wait, before I starting my speech right now, I want to tell you about the question from my mother like this. What if our environment full of the pollution, full of the emission, can we still breathe so well every day? What do you think about the question from my mother? But in other side, imagine when you feel like and imagine before 2060 Indonesia will declare this country be a zero emission. After you imagine it, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever joined to consider our environment become a zero emission? I want you answer it in your heart because, ladies and gentlemen, here I am, Putu Risna Maharani Putri, standing here to deliver my speech about what we can do to make Indonesia become a zero emissions country. Start from small things, okay? Like what I said before, Sri Mulyani as Indonesia Ministry of Finance said, Indonesia will announce this country will be a zero emission in 2060. But in your opinion, what the zero emission? What do you think about the zero emission? Zero emission is there's not pollution, there's not emission in this country. Yes, true. But the real meaning of the zero emission is a situation where the amount of the emission from the human activity doesn't exceed from the amount of the emission that the earth can absorb. According in Katadata ID, emission of transportation contribute 27% of the emission of energy. Wow! But what if the emission of transportation always continue like this? Our health is very bad, our heart down. Maybe you can get the bronchitis, blown, or the irritation in our eye, our skin, or we can get the cancer of lungs until die. We don't want to. Yes, isn't that right? So what we can do? What we can do, everyone? Starting for small things. 1. Use a public transportation. Yes, very basic, but give a big differences. If you always use your private vehicle, I want to give you an example. 1. The private vehicle can manage 2 people and give the 10 pollution. But what if 100 the private vehicle only can manage 200 people but give 1000 pollution? 1000 pollution. But how about the public transportation? One public transportation can manage 50 people but give 10 pollution. Manage 200 people, only use 4 public transportation and give 40 pollution. 40 pollution and 1000 pollution is a very huge comparison, isn't that right? Example, the public transportation is LRT Jakarta, yes. Transportation, Transjakarta, yes. And in Bali, especially Teman Bus. Have you ridden Teman Bus before? Raise your hand. Yes, me too. Second is check your engine or vehicle emission. In Indonesia, there are mandatory test vehicle. The meaning is, when you have transportation or vehicle to use in public, the transportation must meet the emission threshold regulation. There is a check in every 6 months. There are questions. What if the emission, my transportation emission is more than the regulation? You must check. You must tune up, or you must change your fuel transportation to be better, maybe. Or example, from the solar to the dexolite or the pertalite, like this. Okay, last is, how about the electric vehicle? Have you ever hear or ever see the electric vehicle in Indonesia, in Bali? Maybe example, the mark is Wuling, Nissan, or Mitsubishi, or Tesla, the famous mark electric vehicle. The electric vehicle was made to reduce the emission of transportation. But many people in Indonesia not use the electric vehicle. According in Karmudi Indonesia, the price of electric vehicle in Indonesia starting in 200 million rupiah until 1 billion rupiah. The price is same with the gasoline, with the gas vehicle in Indonesia? Yes, isn't that right? Yes, yes. But why many people in Indonesia not use the electric vehicle? The reason, I'm afraid about electric. I can't use the electric vehicle, or I'm afraid not find the charger of electric vehicle everywhere. I have the electric vehicle, one, Wuling. I feel rather by Wuling, same like gas vehicle. The profit is not have noisy, comfortable, and I can find the charger of the electric vehicle everywhere, especially in Bali. And the main profit is don't produce the emission. You interesting about the electric vehicle? If yes, you can buy and you can take a picture with your electric vehicle and send to me, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, how about our environment? Be better or no? You can see, you can hear, you can think. If we don't prepare it, who else? Who else, ladies and gentlemen? Let's go. Keep our environment to our development. Don't forget, remember, Charlie Liberson said, when the environment change, there must be a corresponding change in my life. What the meaning of the sentence? Can you think about the meaning? Can you get the meaning of the sentence of Charlie? Okay, thank you for your attention. Before I closing my speech, can you say, let's get it when I say zero emission, okay? Can we try? Zero emission? Let's get it! Okay, thank you for your attention. Goodbye.